What up, everybody? This is your favorite host, Khalif Adams, and welcome to our new podcast, The People's Pregame. You, the fans, chose the name of our podcast, and now we're giving you the keys to control everything about this show.
This is the Commissioner Ray Austin, and this is The People's Pregame.
On this week's episode of The People's Pregame, we'll be showing off an exclusive look at Pullman Yards, the new venue where the FCF Season 2.0 will take place. We'll also be hanging out with two very special guests to discuss and talk about how they are thinking about picking their teams for Season 2.0. We'll also be hanging out with running back from the Chargers, Austin Ekeler, who is also a owner of Shoulda Been Stars. So I was over at Pullman Yards in Atlanta. I was hanging out at the venue. I didn't see you there, Matt. Where were you? We were supposed to meet up and hang out. Where were you, Matt?
You know, I think I was sick that day. Yeah, stomach bug, food poisoning. You know, something bad was going on. I hate that I couldn't see it, but you know, maybe when the season starts, I'll finally get a chance to see what Pullman Yards looks like. But it is exciting that you got to see it. I know you're in Portland. It must be difficult to get to Atlanta, but with you, when you have fan-controlled football, the nexus of technology and sports. We got a little bit in our budget here and some great technology to get you to Atlanta. Let's take a look.
Keep walking towards my voice. Walk towards my voice. Yep. Walk towards my voice.
Yep. There we go.
All right. So we are here at Pullman Yards, it looks like, with our man on the street, Josh, not bleeding anymore, Machuga.
Yeah, that's me.
Excited to see you here outside Pullman Yards. How's things going out there?
Listen, I know you can't be here in person, but I'm very excited that we have provided you with the latest and greatest technology that the world has to offer. This is the FCF 5000, and there's a truck coming our way. No, we're good. We're just on the outside of Pullman Yards. All the action's going in. This is actually where our offices will be. This is not the fan entrance. So you're getting a very VIP look at Pullman Yards.
Oh, I'm hyped. Let's get it.
All right, let's do it.
I'm excited.
Take it away, 5,000.
Let's go.
Wrong way. Yep, that way. Wrong way. Other way. 5,000.
5,000 is doing
5,000.
This thing. GPS on the 5,000, sometimes it conks out. But.
We'll be right back. All right, Khalif, so we're up here in the owner's suite. This is the only one that we're allowed to climb at the moment. But as you can kind of see, it's 5,000. Can you turn around and show Khalif? Keep turning. Thank you. Now look down.
Wow.
There you go. These owner suites and these VIP suites that you can buy, are right on top of the action. This is unlike any fan experience you'll kind of ever see, 5,000.
So I'll be able to basically go and tap a player when they hit the boards and say, hey, do better.
Yeah, 100%. 5,000's falling apart here. He's falling apart. But yes, you're so close to the action, it could kiss you after a first down.
Oh my goodness. It's just amazing how fast all of this is getting put together and how big the scale is.
Oh.
And does it feel like super massive while you're in there already?
Yes, it feels gigantic. It's almost overwhelming. It gives you this sense of awe and also warmth and also excitement. All of the emotions wrapped into one venue, Khalif. All right, you want to go see the stage, Ka?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
For real. Let's see it.
Don't walk. You can't walk down the stairs, 5,000. No, 5,000. No!
That was half our budget.
All right. so we got to see some more of the stadium. They've already announced Steve Aoki. He's going to be performing at the first game on the 16th. I'm sure they'll have plenty of other great musical performances throughout the year. It's definitely not just a football stadium. There's a reason why they call it a venue. But yeah, so if you're ever in the Atlanta area or if you're traveling to the Atlanta area for a game, it's a great spot, and they have lots of variety of price ranges. So like the general admission standing room experience, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's only $20 to get in. So super affordable to just go in and have a great time. And you make it in, if you're on one of the free teams, it's free to participate. So
yeah, and just seeing, and we may even see more of it in the footage that we got when we were there. You're going to be close. Like, it looks like, again, when I was talking about being there and being able to basically almost, touch a player, don't touch the players. But being that close,
don't
do that. Don't kiss a player. Don't touch a player. You are not part of that part of the experience. But it was fantastic just to see how close, the fans will be to it. I know one of the things that when I've gone to many traditional sports games and activities, you're always so far away that it feels like you might as well just be watching this on TV. For the folks who are going to be there live, you're going to be able to feel and hear all the smack talk on the field.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to be really close and get a chance to feel like you're a part of the experience and not just a person viewing it while you're picking your plays and talking junk to your friends. So I'm really excited for that. Getting a chance to see it up close and live in that way was super cool. So, yeah.
All right, now let's get back to the clip. We're going to see the stage here that we were just talking about, that we'll see some music performances on, and as well as some other things throughout the year.
They just put this stage in today.
Wow.
This is where Steve Aoki will perform week 1. This is where a lot of the players will make their entrances. This is where, all the celebrities and everything can be. This is our defensive end zone. It is amazing, man.
I'm hyped for you. I'm also worried that you're going to get clonked in the head without a helmet on. I just want you all to be safe. But it's the thing that even when you're kind of down on the field right now, like looking at where the height for everything is going to wind up being, like you said, it really is going to be cool to see just how close everything is going to be to the action. So that's awesome.
Yeah, man. Even the fans in the highest seat are very much on top of the action. Very much on top of the action.
Oh my goodness. I can see right now exactly the angle that I'm going to rush the field from and get tackled by someone in security. It's going to be so good. Yep.
All right, Khalif, so you've seen as much as I can show you of Pullman Yards so far, so much more to do, but 5,000 looks like he is struggling, to be honest with you. And I think we need to get you here in person.
Thank you for spending the time and getting 5,000 ready so we can check all this out.
Pullman Yards coming in hot, Khalif.
Let's go.
Let's
get it. After just talking about not rushing the field and not being that involved, disregard the last thing I said in terms of the conversation pieces that I was there.
People at home, they're like, we don't know what to believe. Kyle tells us to kiss the players, and he says, don't kiss the players. He says, rush the field. Don't rush the field.
In my excitement, I was conflicted. That's what I'll say.
And I think that speaks to the energy in that building. When you're there, it feels like anything is possible, Anything legal is possible.
Absolutely. And again, thank you to the Fan Control Football League for, again, giving us technology through 5,000 to be able to bring some of that wonderful commentary to you. We had some technical difficulties making sure the 5,000 was getting up and down stairs correctly because, some of those things are kind of difficult for robots in that way. But again, shout out to Josh McCougar as well for bringing us that perfectly placed commentary about all of the things that we have coming for you all at home. So again, once the games are up on Saturdays and you'll be able to check all that out, once the venue is ready to go with our first week coming up very, very soon, we have lots of goodies there for you to be able to talk about for all of it coming up soon.
And maybe in the future, we might see more of 5,000. Who knows? I'm sure we'll see Kyle. Maybe you'll get to actually come here and see it for yourself. And maybe we'll see more Josh McCouga. But Kyle, in the meantime, we were also joined by some special guests this week to talk about how to pick your team for season 2.
We have our next conversation up, and it's all about picking your teams. We are rocking with a fantastic group of folks here. NBCLX host Jobeth Devera, and we have Shaun Geddes from the Knicks Wall, and he's also a Fan Control Football content creator. So I'm excited to have you both here. And now we get a chance to talk about picking your squad, which is, not an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of time, lighting some candles, making sure you're talking to your family, talking to the internet, all of those things to make sure you're getting that all ready and good to go. Matt, I know you have some thoughts about the kind of structure and the way we're going to have this conversation today, for sure.
I do. So there's a lot to think about when you're picking team. First off, we got to just start because this will make things a lot easier depending on your answers. So are you interested in NFTs? I think that's where you got to start. So we can go with each of you there, and then I can kind of scale our sort of flow here to your answers.
Okay. Depends on what day. No, I would say I'd go away from NFTs for this.
Gotcha. So you'd be more of an OG person. And then Shaun, how about you?
All the way.
I have interest in NFTs. I think they're cool. I try not to dive too far into things I don't fully understand yet. So, I watch NFTs from the sideline.
So we'll keep this mostly OG, especially for fans at home who are following around. These will be the easiest teams to join. You basically just register on FCF.io and you can pick one of these teams. So from there, we can talk about who are the team owners. I know that was a big deal for me when I got started in FCF, wanting to know who's owning each squad, see who I'm the best fit with. Starting with owners, Jobeth.
I feel like that's the first thing that
you?
pulled me in most times.
Yep, I'm down with that.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into our owners here. All right, they're immediately hitting you with the star-studded Glacier Boys. You got Quavo, you got Richard Sherman, you got Destroying, and Aiden Ross in that team. So what are we thinking here, Ka? Do you have any notes about this team as a fan about this ownership group?
For sure, Glacier Boys came through with one of the most infamous moments within FCF, with Quavo getting his haircut at the game live in full effect in real ways. Richard Sherman was a fantastic owner and one of the saltiest men on the planet, seeing how the referees were not giving his team the business. Destroying was coming through very much so on the back end. I thought he did a lot of great work in terms of rallying a lot of folks alongside the team.
And he's locked in. I think he's been at every one of these tryouts too. So if you want a dedicated owner, I think he's definitely one of the top ones.
I mean, I know Quavo, I know Richard Sherman, so that sounds like a solid team.
I mean, I feel like getting a haircut on the sideline. That shows a lot of that shows dedication too. He's so dedicated to his team that he didn't have the time.
He won't even leave him. That's true.
Yeah,
That's
he had to get it right there.
Matt, let's roll over to the Zappers. And
so we got the Zappers right here next. So we have Bob Maneri. We have Trevor May, pitcher for the Mets. Is Trevor still pitching for the Mets, Ka?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Then we have Ronnie 2K. And then from the Vikings, we have Dalvin Cook.
Ronnie 2K. I don't know. Some of those patches in 2K took a little too long. Sometimes he's not the. I think that might be a negative. He's a cool dude, but I feel like in terms of overall perception, not mine, but most things I see toward him are mean.
I have my eyes on the eyes of that Bowman guy because I know who he is. And I'm already leaning towards that team. So.
Maybe that's the perfect transition to get into the Beast.
There it is. Scroll down.
Led by Marshawn Lynch. We have Miro from AEW, and we have Renee Montgomery, owner of the Atlanta Dream.
First woman already, so I'm set. There we go.
Get
my call already?
I mean, look, whatever it takes, whatever sways you. If it's Renee Montgomery being there from and WNBA side of things, and that makes it a big deal. So absolutely, that is valid. If that's the reason you're going that way. So Matt, we're gonna roll over to the Shoulda Been Stars.
Yep, Shoulda Been Stars, previously known as the Wild Aces, the Season 1 champions. We'll get into that later. New ownership, though, so we have ASM.
They're a content creator management group.
Okay, so we have ASM, content creator management group. We have Drewski, a great comedian. You've definitely seen him in literally any meme. If you've ever opened your phone, you've seen his face do something funny at some point. And then we have the returning defending champion owners, Austin Ekeler, of course, friend of the show. You'll hear him in this episode. And then Rachel Lindsay, a Bachelor fan.
For sure.
I'm still kind of set on the Beast, though. What about you, Shaun?
I think, I like the name Shoulda Been Stars. I think that's pretty cool. It also lines up with Drewski's Coulda Been records that he does.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Ekeler, amazing. And from what I'm hearing, also amazing owner. Owner involvement, engagement, teamwork, all those things is very important. Rachel Lindsay, I'm not familiar, but now I am, and I'm a fan. ASM, I mean, as a content creator, hi, get at me. And, but I'm curious as to how involved Drewski is going to be as an owner. So I'm leaning Shoulda Been Stars, but I feel like that's pending Drewski's engagement.
That's a good point. We did see Drewski at a lot of the Atlanta training camps, he came through and got and rallied the team together in a couple different spots.
Famously proclaimed that he does not drug test. So
he did say that, and that was an interesting layer of the conversation for one news cycle for sure. Everyone's like, "Oh, for real? You don't? That's fantastic."
If I can laugh and win at the same time, you can't beat it.
Huge thank you to Shaun and Jobeth for coming and bringing the heat in their discussion about how they're thinking about picking their teams for season 2.0. If you're still on the fence, we have our wonderful friend Austin Ekeler, running back from the LA Chargers and Shoulda Been Stars owner, who's going to give you the 411 on why you should be picking them as your team for season 2.0. I know we talked a lot about the FCF and all the layers that you're kind of touching, but for folks who don't know about the league, give them 60 seconds of what the league is and how they can potentially get involved.
Yeah, so, I feel like been answering this a lot. So I've been up to people like, what is that? And it's like, it is what it sounds like. It's fan-controlled football. So basically, it's a league where fans are incorporated into all of the decision-making when it comes to management, when it comes to the team name, when it comes to who's on the team, and when it comes to calling the plays. And it's all broadcasted live, and you call all these decisions live, right? Where the game's going or if there's voting rounds for jerseys. So, for instance, we just got done with a round of voting for our team name and our jersey colors. Now we're moving more towards in the season where we're going to start voting on rule changes. And then we'll also vote on, when the games start, we'll vote on our plays and decisions that we can make during the game. And it's all collective vote, and whatever selection has the highest vote gets implemented into the situation. And so it's literally 7-on-7 live. This is real people playing. People always get confused. Like, this is real people playing 7-on-7 football, and you get to call the plays for them. And everything else that is involved with the football sport. So it's a great way to get involved in a community. Now we have 8 teams that you can get involved with. All are headed by celebrity, influencer type people. So you can, go through there and see the description and kind of see the personality of each team and decide where you'll fit in and join a community and help call some plays and have some fun at the same time.
I want to talk a little bit about the differences between year one for you and year two. Like, there's been a big difference in the way the league has kind of talked about itself, the way it's kind of grown. We've seen the conversation around the ownership change with Wild Aces and now Shoulda Been Stars. And even, the way that the league has kind of grown and expanded. How's your offseason been in terms of the FCF and things that you're talking about with your fans and your friends?
It's been wild because I'm sad. First off, I'm so sad that we had to change our name because we were the reigning champs, and now it's like now we have a new name. So basically, we're starting all over, right? Like, who are the Wild Aces? No one's ever gonna know, right? Like, come on. But it is what it is. That's a whole different conversation that we can have later. But we're looking forward to coming back. Like, it is what it is. We still have all of our strats. We still have our camaraderie, our built-up community that we're gonna bring into it. I've been chatting with people because I'm super excited about what ownership's done. Right, building the stadium, adding new teams. So there's going to be a lot more competition, which hopefully, because last year, like I say, it was easy, but we got it done. We're looking forward to doing it again, and looking forward to giving more guys opportunities to play as well. Is what I'm really looking forward to when it comes to the actual operations side of the actual sport itself.
Speaking of getting it done, we have a fan who would love to get some advice about how they should be voting this season.
Hi, my name is Ashley from Miami, Florida, and I just wanted to ask Austin if he had any tips on play calling for new fans of the league. Thank you.
As far as calling plays, like for me in the FCF, I'm not like a master play caller, but here's the thing. I'll give a tip out there. You find the best player in FCF and you build around that. Last year, it was a running back. And we drafted him, we got him on our team, and we ran the ball as much as we could. Like, wow, that's what I'm doing this year. We're going to find the best players in FCF. We're going to try to hold on to them on our team if we're allowed to, and then we're going to build everything around getting this person the ball. That's what it's going to come down to. And it comes down to the communication for my team. That's another thing we had that other teams didn't have. We were talking to our team. We talked to our quarterback. Mm-hmm. We talked to our running back. We talked to the people that we franchise, right? And, hey, because they're the guys that practice. They're the guys down there. They know better than we do. We know we're just getting, clips here and there, but we're not actually at practice. So the communication part and then getting the best players who people think are the best there at practice, getting them on our team to build our team. And then we're going to repeat it and run it back for another championship.
Before we let you go, please give the folks at home, the reasons why they should be rocking with Shoulda Been Stars for this season.
Yeah, absolutely. You can dive into it. There's some of the stuff we just talked about. And, you're not going to get this type of engagement where it's a dialogue back and forth where you can jump in these other people's streams. These other guys don't stream. They ain't out here doing that type of engagement. You're going to get the best engagement as far as your input to the entire community of Shoulda Been Stars with us over here. You can go over there and be on the Glacier Boys. And, yeah, they got, Quavo and whoever they got over there, sure, but you're never going to be able to talk to this guy. You're not going to be able to interact with these people. So if you're looking for true interaction, a true community, Shoulda Been Stars is your place.
I mean, you heard it from the man, the myth, the legend himself. Again, Austin, thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you in Atlanta. Hope to see you at the
I'll be there,
the field.
First game. Rocking with it. Let's go.
I'm rocking with it too. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. We're going to let Austin go, and we'll see you soon. Last week on Ready for Takeoff, Rick T put the FCF on notice with his hot takes about the Glacier Boys and the Zappers. Since then, you submitted your hot takes to lx.com/rantlinefcf to see if you could take Rick T down.
Yo, what up? Sir Doom here out of Atlanta, Georgia. The Apes this year, gonna have the best team, 100%. I'm gonna stand by that. The Stars, those jerseys, I'm gonna be honest, they look really good. But looks only get you so far.
I mean, first of all, I have to say I love Sir Doom's just aesthetic. He has very much the I was born in darkness. This is what I do.
Coming at us live from the Batcave.
First of all, got to give him props for that because that's just fantastic.
Hi, my name is Andrew Yenny, and my hot take for this season of the FCF is that these rookie QBs are going to come in super, super hot. I really like QB1, Izzy. I think he's going to throw for, what was his number? 50 touchdowns this year. So get ready for that thing to be slinging. Vidal Woodruff looks like he's got some great eyes, according to inside sources. So he's going to be able to pick those guys out deep. And then we got a bunch of young guys that we haven't even met yet or had a chance to speak to. But training camp saying that these young QBs are looking hot. So I think some of these young guns are going to come in and really shock people.
So again, like Andrew, I appreciate him out here. A different kind of hot take, just flexing that knowledge, that information that he's got out there. But yeah, I was at the tryout that Izzy, the first quarterback he's talking about, Devlin Isidore, for all the fans out there looking to add this guy to your draft board. I'm sure a lot of teams are going to keep their franchise tags of the great quarterbacks that they had from season 1 and stuff like that. But yeah, again, you're going to be kind of looking over your shoulder about oh, who's this new QB over here? Might want to pick them instead.
I mean, one of the conversations too is then how do some of those OG quarterbacks like Manziel kind of usher some of these newbies into the space, right? We get a chance to see how those layers of camaraderie and competition will kind of bring everybody together during the first couple weeks.
The season 1 champion Wild Aces might be gone. The fans who helped take that team to a championship, calling the plays and drafting the players, those guys are not. And I was one of them. I'm in for Arcade. Season 1, People's Champion. And I'm ready to run it back with a new squad in Season 2, the Bored Apes. A lot of people ask me, what does it take to be an FCF fan? And I gotta tell you, it takes die-hard passion. I was a Season 1 champion with the Wild Aces, and now that they're gone, I've joined the Bored Apes Football Club, and I'm ready to run it back in Season 2. But let me tell you this, passion is only skin deep. Nah. But I get why people would say that.
Wow.
And I love him out there just showing off his bona fides, saying, I'm taking my championship winning talents to a new team this year.
I mean, look, it's one of those things that, again, we talked about the Bored Apes fan base being really, really passionate. We see now they are willing to put their body where their mouths are and putting ink on themselves before the season has even started.
Now, Ka, I know I have a favorite from the lineup of takes that we've seen. You might have a favorite too, but I don't think we're going to be the people to pick this.
So go right now, download the FCF app, tell us who had the spiciest and hottest take, and the winner will win a FCF gift card, and they will also be a special guest host of the People's Pregame in an upcoming show. Thank you to all of our guests on this week's People's Pregame, Shaun Geddes, Jobeth Devera, Josh McCouga, and of course, Shoulda Been Stars owner and LA Chargers running back, Austin Ekeler. Thank you to all the folks who came by this week. And that's a wrap for this episode of the People's Pregame. We are cooking up so many more good things for you, so make sure you're subscribing wherever you listen to podcasts. And please take a moment to rate and review this podcast so you can help other FCF fans discover our show.
The next episode of the People's Pregame will drop next Thursday, but in the meantime, go ahead and check out our latest episode on your podcast feed of choice and on lx.com/FCF.
And learn how to get involved with the show by following me on Twitter at Khalif Adams and follow Matt at Matt S. Batson. Until next time, we'll see you soon.